CaveFam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there's been having a good day. Y'all, we're back with another reaction. We got an hour-long banger coming up for you guys right now. I ain't gonna chit-chat too much. We saved that for the end of the video. So if you want to hear my nonsense, make sure you guys stick around for that. But anyways, y'all, sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Like, we made fun of Dave Bautista, like, because it looked just so silly, like this performative commercial where it's really important to vote for Kamala
Dave
and
Bautista.
Tim Walsh.
Is that the Menuda? Is he Menuda? Oh,
The wrestler, the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, big Jack dude. He's trying to get movies, man. He's wearing pearls to like red carpet events. I know what you're doing. You're trying to get those movies. You gotta like show what, you're an artist. You're sensitive. You're on the right side. Put him in the. He wants to be a lead in a movie. Wants to be a movie star.
Then turn on your camera at a house and make something,
dude. I'm telling you, it's the right move. What he's doing is the right move, even if he's faking it.
You mean for Hollywood? You mean?
Yeah. Wear the beads. Wear pearls. That softens you up a little bit. Lose some weight. Lost a bunch of weight. Talk shit about Trump. He's allowed to be like a tough guy talking shit about Trump. Did you ever see that Jimmy Kimmel sketch they did? We called Trump a whiny. And you ever seen it?
They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh. So you wonder what they did? I told him no. What y'all do?
I'm just telling you how Hollywood go. I've been saying it for years. Y'all ain't never got to listen to me. I was talking to Eddie Griffin. It felt good to hear it because I know he wasn't lying. Eddie Griffin, right when he was getting hot, getting movies, a powerful Hollywood executive, I ain't gonna say his name. Eddie Griffin said he called him in the room and he said, "How big a star you want to be?" And he opened his legs and had his thing out. Eddie Griffin said, "That's when I knew it was time for me to leave Hollywood."
And that was for a movie?
That was the man asking how big a star you want to be. Let me tell you something, man. It's some people out here who can turn you into the face of black people. And Eddie Griffin was right there. But
It's the algorithm. I talk about it all the time, y'all. It's the algorithm. People have that power. I don't know how strong this algorithm is. If the algorithm wants me to get 100,000 views, I'm going to get 100,000 views, whether I sit here and don't say a word or I sit here and speak the truth, right? It's the algorithm, y'all, more than anything.
You can say what you want. I don't believe Eddie Griffin out there getting down like them people getting down, because them people getting down, they doing all kinds of wonderful things. You don't get it without kissing the ring, if you know what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't gotta believe me, but I'm telling you, all you motherfuckers who really think that you finna get stardom as a square, as a average Joe, even if you got talent has nothing to do with making it in the big time. Watch television and you'll see, I confirm that. Our best actors, our best comedians, best singers, best whatever, they're not the ones you're watching. You're watching the ones who was willing to play ball, goddammit. I'm talking about your hardcore rappers, your outstanding actors who you think that they just, wow, he's really talented. Yeah. When he throw that ass back, he was like, I'm making nothing now, boy, get it over with. This is Hollywood.
That's the algorithm. But I think on my second channel, link down below, while you're watching this, that video will be live. We're going to get into some clips like that, longer form, the whole version of that. You know, Cat Williams, Eddie Griffin, Lord Jamar, all these artists, all these, you know, people exposing the industry. I love watching those. So that's what we're going to get into. Link in the bio. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe. It'll be live by the time you guys see this.
Drink Kanye hands Lauren a drink.
I don't think that's Eminem's daughter.
Why are they
Am I wrong?
serving us? It was something not right. I was 19 years old. Diddy kept looking at me and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and like they were exchanging glances, and I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. Immediately I'm like, there's something in this drink. So I reach for my phone and I start to type, and Kanye takes the phone out of my hands and he's like, who are you texting? Like, you don't need to text anyone. Like, we're having a party. And I was like, okay. And he like puts it on one of the speakers. And I'm like, now what do I do? And I see my manager take a sip. And I'm like, 2 sips. And I watch her face flush. 100%, I just knew that the drinks were all laced with something. I realized that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye. They're coming towards me more and they're trying to like take my clothes off. They have like ripped my shirt off. Like I'm like almost fully exposed.
I want to talk about Beyonce.
But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
If you look back at the history of like all award shows ever, every time any celebrity wins an award, Taylor Swift,
when people make it, they always fucking turn around and thank Beyonce because that's bullshit. If you catch me at the border, I go visit them.
In their speech, out the nowhere, they are thanking Beyonce.
Don't talk about Beyonce. Beyonce.
People have always said that Beyonce and Jay-Z are the Illuminati or are whatever. And honestly, in my opinion, there is no way that they have zero involvement. That she didn't know. She knows about like the Diddy shit. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't want to drink myself in blood and cover myself and swim in goop, in black goop, and fucking like wear devil horns to fucking sell a record. Fuck that. Or be a witch, or be that, all of that shit. Like, all of them. And that is just facts.
I would tell you this about Tupac in the movie Above the Rim. That people might not know is, so during that, he got shot the first time, during that. All that stuff, the rape allegation and claim that came out and the shooting of him happened during Above the Rim, right? At the end of it. So at the end, I had the director and the producer come to me and it's like, okay, we're going to change up the end of this movie. He's been shot. So we think we're going to do this. We're not sure, but we think we're going to do this. So they had this entirely different path to take on the film. Turns out they found in the crowd a lookalike who looked just like Tupac. So if you look at Above the Rim at the end of the movie, am I giving away too much right here, Rich? You're supposed to stop people when they're talking to you.
Not at all.
You're not the type of cat that's going to stop me from unveiling. Look at you, man. Your eyes look criminal right now. Stop it. You're supposed to be slowing me down, bro. Well, they utilized the lookalike who happened to look a lot like Tupac, was the same stature at the end of the film, and that's how they resolved that.
All you got to do, please play the 17-year-old Tupac, the interview. That's who he was.
Yeah.
He was this innocent, almost, dare I say, somewhat effeminate type of dude, right? Like when you really look at that interview, he was a very soft person. That's who he was. 2 years later, he plays Bishop. And that character that he created with Bishop influenced millions of people. And he stayed in that character because I literally would see him flip-flop from one character to the other because we would hang out, we'd play pool. And famously, people would say, your friend looks like Tupac. And they didn't think that could be him because he was.
No, I posted that clip when he was 17 that he was telling him to play. And I got a lot of backlash from that, from the comments, y'all. A lot of backlash, a lot of Tupac fans out there. I've never really been a fan of him. I like some songs, but I don't sit there and listen to, Tupac. I don't listen to music really anymore. But when I was never really into that. I was more into the 2000s. That's when I really started listening to music. But I mean, what do you got to do to get in this industry, y'all? What do you got to do to get in this industry? It's crazy to think about.
Nation come up and nothing Biggie had did, but guess what Biggie Mama said? Y'all know who killed my son? Didn't nobody listen to Biggie Mama. Biggie Mama knew that Puff and them had something to do with her son getting killed. Because you don't get killed and don't nobody know what happened. You don't be sitting in the van. Let me tell y'all something. When somebody out to get you, they gonna get you, not him. He might get straight, but the job is to get you. What happened to Tupac? He got hit. What happened to Suge? He got straight. What happened to Biggie? He got hit. What happened to everybody else in the car? Nobody, because they ain't out to get him. That's what you call a setup. That's what you call a setup. Because let me tell y'all what ain't a setup. What's that? When you end up like Fulio. Right. Hello? That's not a setup. Everybody getting popped up. What happened to Ace? Young and Ace? Yeah. Hello? He woke up to 3 dead because guess what? It's not a setup. When it's a setup, only you get hit, not everybody else.
Literally today, December 11th, 50 drones spotted coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. Is this not fucking insane? This is crazy. This is crazy. We have normalized so much in this world, but this is crazy.
I say it all the time, y'all. If this was 1995, 2005 even, when we still had flip phones in 2005, at least I did. I had a flip phone until I got my own phone, right? But if this was back then, the world would be losing its freaking mind with these things coming out of the oceans and these press hearings. They're just letting it out slowly, y'all. They're letting it out. We got a clip coming up of a real alien from a movie. But is that when that day comes? Because you know it's going to come. They're showing us their craft. Eventually, we're going to get footage. Some real footage. We might have already seen it, but no one's come out and said this is real, right? We saw the alien at the Mexico City, the little thing that was this big, right? We've seen those, but we just brush it off. But we got a clip from the movie Signs. I hope it lets me play it. I might have to mute it and put some music over it when I'm doing editing. But is that when it's going to change for us? Where we're like, oh, damn, this is real. Or is it going to be, they're going to let it out slowly but surely. And by the time it comes out, we're going to be like, and I get so much comments saying, I'm sick of these UFO videos. You know what I mean? That's how crazy that is. It's a damn UFO.
Information that we have available to us to this point suggests that these drones are coming from offshore, that when we try to make contact with them, they become evasive.
So last night I was on the beach in Island State Park in Ocean County with the sheriff. One of his officers 2 nights ago saw 50 drones come in off the ocean right there. We had a number of other people there, including a commanding officer from the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water. Followed right behind them.
Elusive.
And it is clear that these are vehicles. They can come down from over 80,000 feet from space down to the very surface of our oceans in 0.7 of 1 second. And they go beneath the ocean and they travel at over 100 miles an hour.
This is South Florida right now.
But why are they calling them drones? Why aren't they still calling them UAPs? So are they man-made? Because drones are man-made. They went from calling them UAPs now to unidentified drones that we don't know where they come from.
Now, guys, look at all the blue lights in random spots everywhere. They have different checkpoints everywhere, guys. Can't make this shit up, guys. Going through there, you're gonna get scanned right there, guys. Oh, you think I'm talking shit? Go look over there then. More scanning right there. No? Can make this shit up, guys. More scanning over here. They're making sure everybody's getting scanned up everywhere, guys. At least every block has a little
computer
dot.
grid, microchip.
Every block.
This was over San Antonio last night. This is last night. Just one video. I could post 10 more like this. From all over the country, all over the world. I've never seen so many UFO sightings in my life over just this past week. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos I've seen.
That's a UFO.
Is it happening? I mean, earlier in the year, before any of this was really going on, they were talking about the Anunnaki coming back, and they're going to come from the skies. Is that what's happening?
Sightings map. Red means sightings, blue means no sightings. Do you see it yet? I don't think you do. Because it doesn't really jump out at you at first. But then when I started looking at it, I was like, how come some of these countries don't get sightings? Then I saw which of those countries didn't get sightings. Then I started to wonder how these countries are involved with each other. And then it hit me. If you still don't get it, allow me.
The acronym BRIC was coined in 2001 by Goldman Sachs chief economist Jim O'Neill to describe the emerging economies of Brazil, Russia, India and China. The term quickly became shorthand for the emerging market giants. As developing economies have sought a greater voice in managing the global economy, the acronym has developed into a partnership between the nations. Together, these countries make up 40% of the world's population.
In 2024, the bloc's membership doubled as its founding members, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, were joined by Egypt, Iran, the United Arab Emirates and Ethiopia. All have one thing in common: they're not part of the Western world, although many maintain close trade ties there. President Vladimir Putin says BRICS member countries are the drivers of global economic growth.
The total GDP of the BRICS Association is more than $60 trillion, and the total share in the global gross product confidently exceeds that of the so-called G7 countries and continues to grow.
Now, is that supposed to be a coincidence? Because that's a pretty strong coincidence. If you call me crazy, say what you want, but let me know what you think. All I'm saying is I'm feeling a little bit targeted. Just real strange, don't you think?
Wow. This is probably the biggest debris pile I've seen so far. Wow. Hey guys, my name's Olivia. Look at this car right here. This area is a grave site. So people are literally separated. People will never be found.
It's crazy. Just swept under the rug.
Yeah. The deadliest.
Mother Nature, y'all.
Tsunami.
Yeah, it literally was a tsunami out here. I've seen this house all over my TikTok For You page.
So check this out. Could thunder possibly be an example of us living under a dome or firmament? Check this video out.
3, 2, 1. That sounds...
Now come on guys, that sounded exactly like thunder. Now let's compare that to actual thunder and lightning. Well guys, for the echo to occur, there has to be a surface to bounce off of back to the listener. And that surface is, well, none other than God's firmament or dome that is mentioned all throughout the Bible, with the sun, moon, and stars all within the firmament. Guys, honestly, what do you guys think about this? Does it prove we live inside a firmament or dome? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow me, and share this. And like always, God bless.
Allegations. And Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know that obviously the litigation's happening now, so, but from our standpoint, our relationship's not changing with them, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. The first part of your question is how the relationship's evolving. I think they're getting incredibly comfortable with not just the Super Bowl, but other events that they've advised us on and helped us with. It's been helpful in the social justice area to us on many occasions. They've been great partners that have provided a lot of value for us.
That's why I think it's not Jay-Z's time yet. People are coming out to bat for him. Just think about it. When Harvey Weinstein came out, everybody came out and bashed him. When Diddy came out, none of his friends came out and vouched for him, said, I've known him forever. A lot of people are coming out for Jay-Z. That's why I think it's not time yet, because they know. They know in those circles, y'all. The circles we're not involved in, we're on the outside looking in, thank God. But the ones that are on the inside, they know, like they got them. Because you know why? Because this guy came out and said something. When this guy comes out and says something, that's when it's over for him. Something like that, right? There's a little hint out there. But I see these big names like NFL companies, Disney, Stephen A. Smith, I don't even know who this guy is. Not Roger Goodell, is it? I don't know. NFL owner coming out saying we're still working with them. It's not his time yet, y'all. Because when this time comes, everyone's going to hang him out there to dry.
Listen, I haven't seen any evidence that says that he's the shooter. So that's, like I said earlier, and I wasn't kidding around. A couple of things. If you're going to report something, report it accurately. And remember, and this is not just a small thing, the fundamental concept of American justice is a presumption of innocence, and until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I've seen zero evidence at this point. And so I'm not even aware of what any charges.
Do you know what's been going on in Jersey lately?
Well,
and I'm not talking about the football. Not just talking about the football. There's been some crazy things going on. There's some
like McDonald's?
There's some drones in the sky. Yeah, there's some interesting things going on. Interesting things with the drones. I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe it's just some kids messing around. Maybe not though.
Hold on, this is happening in New Jersey? This is a New Jersey thing?
Yeah, the New Jersey, there was a senator that just made a comment about it, keeping our citizens safe. They need to tell us what's going on, if it's military or non-military or UAP or whatever the hell it is. But there's people in Jersey, it's people interested. What the hell's going on with these drones?
Why are they not speaking the obvious here? These are not drones. These are UFOs. These are UAP. They're being reported all over the world right now, and over U.S. military bases and nuclear reactors. They're simply not drones. They're aliens.
And another one.
Is that when it's going to get real for us? I muted that, y'all. I have to mute it because it's probably going to be a copyright because, it's a worldwide movie. But that's crazy, y'all. And that movie, even in Independence Day, they were popping up everywhere. Remember? In signs, they were everywhere. In Mexico City, Brazil, everywhere. There was just UFOs just sitting there, chilling, hovering. Then they started making their presence known and started showing themselves. And it might be interesting to go back and watch that movie just to see, because we forget about those movies and then we watch it like, what the hell that's happening now?
Back the woolly mammoth for what purpose?
That one is for a plethora of reasons, but the main one is to combat climate change because woolly mammoth stomping in ice returns the Arctic tundra to more of what it used to be, which is like an icy plains as opposed to a wooded area. And it's complicated. You can read about it, but long story short, by them knocking over trees and crushing down the snowpack, which creates like an igloo, a warming effect, that can cool the earth up to 6 degrees, which is a lot, which slows down the melting of the permafrost, which is what's releasing so many carbon emissions into the atmosphere in the Arctic. So it's a whole cyclical thing that helps combat global warming.
What kind of benefit does the company get out of that?
They will make billions and billions of dollars in carbon offset credits if they're successful.
What is that, a government type of funding?
Carbon offset credit is if you can prove that you are combating the amount of carbon emissions that we're putting into the air, then you get paid a credit. And so, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't think it's government. It's more like global.
That's what the word actress used to mean back in the 1800s. It meant prostitute. Where the meat. Judy Garland used to say it best. They come and they love me while I'm on stage, and then I go and I take the clothes off and it's just me and the bag of bones, wondering when it'll all be over. Judy Garland said that about her experiences. She was in one of the greatest American films of all time. If you knew how many times they took a piece out of her, she was probably clicking them damn shoes hoping that they worked for real.
Went to MGM for one picture, thank goodness only one. And when I got there with my mother, we were separated.
She went into the office of Louis B. Mayer, and I went into the office of Arthur Freed. And he was going to talk to me about a movie he wanted to put me in. I'm 12 years old, you know. And I thought he was a producer, but instead he was an exhibitor. And I'd never seen anyone naked before, except myself. So I had no clue about what was happening. And so it struck me so funny, I laughed at him. And I laughed uproariously. I had tears, you know, and he got infuriated. And he said, out, 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 go. So I tell your mother? Well, I went down. I was very quiet. I went down and met her in the lobby of the administration building. She came out very quietly from Louis B. Mayer's office, and we walked hand in hand silently to the car, which was unusual. We got in the car driving home. I said, Mom, you won't believe what happened to me. And I told her what happened, and she got kind of quiet. She said, well, you don't know what happened to me.
I done seen Future float.
Float?
Future floats.
Like how, like David Blaine, like one leg up, one leg down type, like actually float.
No, this is no bull. Future one day was in the studio. Future told me like, Nuke, write a script. Want to do a movie, and he was gonna do it with Big Bang Black, and he was pressing me about writing the movie, and I finally wrote the movie. About a month later, and we went back to the studio, and I'm like, Future, I got the script ready, and whatever he was on, dude was like floating. I'm like, God damn, this is floating. It's like, yo, was just like floating around, like he was there but wasn't there. Very slow, same pace, was floating, and that was weird. NBA young boy in the studio with him. Got a monkey going all the way around. It's like 50 niggas in the studio with him, all his young niggas, and you know he's got a monkey. The monkey is just jump on you, jump right here. Jump right here. The monkey jump here. It's like, we're trying to roll up weed, bro. We're trying to smoke and chill. And I'm the only one that said something. Like, yo, my baby, what's up with the monkey? Like I would say some shit. I done told Usher, you need some new hoes. Usher, you need hoes. Like, you need bitches. He look like he's crazy.
If you're still sad that Kamala Harris didn't win the election, I sure am happy that she didn't win the election, because this is her hometown.
There's Oakland, California.
Is Mr. Smith there? Who's that? How long you been living here for?
I don't live here. I just visit.
Just visit.
Is Dougie there? Yes, for Dougie. It's crazy, y'all. Drugs. Mainly. Oh, those are nice RVs.
At this hour, members of the hip-hop community are mourning the shocking death of well-known Port Arthur rapper Pimp C. Pimp C, who was born Chad Butler, was one half of the rap group UGK and was found dead this morning in a hotel room in Los Angeles.
The funeral was big,
yeah,
but nobody talked about when we went and viewed the body.
Yeah.
Only 100 people was involved. Man, Pimp C head was this big.
Stop it, man.
Are you serious? Man, it was this big, dog. I mean, you know.
He was darker too.
Hey, his lips would look like plastic. His whole face. So Too Short looking at me. We looking at each other like, you know, and everybody just looking at each other like crap. We couldn't even believe it.
No, the casket was.
He was very conflicted about doing the song with Jay-Z. And people who love that song and know that song are like, what are you talking about? That was like one of the biggest records UGK was ever on.
His mom thinks he was poisoned, and there was someone with him when he passed who was a very shady, strange character. So there was actually a person of interest.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit.
It was some other and some broad looking at you. And if that did is gay, and you need to get on some other shit. Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never put no train. We ain't no mother freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, boy, because a lot doing a lot of fugazi out here, man.
Does anybody believe in the Anunnaki? I'm
The
just
what?
asking. Anunnaki.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, well, Google Anunnaki, go down that rabbit hole, and I will talk to you in about 38 years, because it's going to be a lot of knowledge. I'll be dead before you know it. It's fucking aliens, bro! There's shit everywhere. We're in the third dimensions. There's a fourth and fifth dimension. And I believe that through stones and crystals, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the pounded copper tablets, that we are just a matrix of shit. And movies and things that were done are try to plausibly calm the populace to say when it happens, don't freak out when you see people with lizard tongues and 6 dicks and 9 tits coming at you. It's gonna happen. There's shit everywhere. Why would we have billions and light years? What the fuck is a light? I know what it is. It's a long goddamn way away. Light travels at 186,000 miles or something per second. It takes 8 seconds for the fucking light to hit the earth. Yes, I'm smart. It hurts sometimes. I feel like I'm melting like a candle. Make it stop.
Bro, did Joe Biden just openly mock Kamala Harris?
So I hope that you all feel that sense of, peace and light, and that just for a moment when you leave here today that you feel, I don't know, a sense of joy. Because I think we all need we all need to feel joy now during this time of the season, during this time. So anyway, okay, now I'll start. You're all reading into that.
Yeah, she definitely did. She definitely did, bro. Definitely.
Somebody let my dumb ass know, because I didn't catch it. What did I miss? Let me know in the comments, y'all. I know I'm probably going to be like, oh, I see it now when you guys tell me. Sometimes I'm a little slow, and your boy Segovia is under the weather.
And also, these gray ones are the ones that we see most of the time. And you said that most of, that there are a lot of different motives for them being here. The gray ones, what kind of a deal we got going with them? Is that the bunch that you suggest we've made a deal with for military technology?
Well, I think we made a deal with them, and their ultimate, what they want to do is regenerate their own race. Now, apparently, they've either had some kind of nuclear accident, or they're on the backside of a evolutionary genetic curve, and they're going downhill instead of uphill. In other words, in the autopsies, of which I have 2, we found out that their digestive system is atrophied. They can't eat through their mouth anymore. You know how they eat? Well, these cattle mutilations, they take the hormones and the enzymes from those cattle, and they spread it on their skin, and their skin absorbs the nutrients and then excretes the waste back through their skin. And if you read Whitley Strieber's book or listen to him talk, he talks about when he's seen them doing this to their skin, and they're scraping the waste off.
We just saw a clip on yesterday's reaction about the mutilations of the cattle. Then we see this. That's what they're doing. No blood, no nothing in there. Wiping it on their skins, y'all.
The next morning, get up, God, you gotta get a bell around your neck or something. She said, look left, look right. Look up, look down. I said, you got that old Jamie Foxx in order for the new Jamie Foxx to walk out of here.
Satan for giving me inspiration.
I'd like to, first of all, I'd like to thank Satan. I'd like to thank Louis Armstrong. I'd like to thank Neil Young. I'd like to thank the Rollins Band.
With the music industry is I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
It made me want to go back to Satan worship.
Well, that's, I think
it worked for me. It got me a career.
When I was 12 years old, I signed a deal with Satan in my room, and I was to...
CBS doesn't condone this.
Wait a minute. Because I wanted to get famous no matter what, and, then I forgot that I had this deal with Satan and everything, and then I got really famous.
Did I sell my soul? I sold my soul for you. Now, figure that out. Tell me that I sold my soul for you. For all you motherfuckers that's on here that's asking me did I sell my soul, why the fuck is y'all on here if y'all think I sold my soul? Y'all coming right with me, you dummies.
Y'all, remember that I told you guys the reaction of the dude that saw Jay-Z when he was high and the devil in him. He said the devil's one goal is to take as many of you as I can with him to hell. That's his goal, to take as many people with him. And look what he just said. Let's rewind that. That video is deep, y'all. I highly recommend you guys. The link is in the bio. It's on my second channel. It's uploaded already. The actual video has millions of views, but it deserves views, y'all, because everything he said that he saw in that Jay-Z when he was high, I hear it all the time on these videos that we watch here daily.
All you motherfuckers that's on here that's asking me did I sell my soul, why the fuck is y'all on here if y'all think I sold my soul? Y'all coming right with me, you dummies.
I was like, cool, thanks. I was like, now I have to do something pretty ridiculous and insane with my life. So why not sell my soul and go on Jersey Shore? And that's what I did. And you know what? It's been awesome.
So now I'm starting to realize why I don't really watch anything. I watch people work on cars on YouTube. Normal people like me, like you guys watching me right now. I'm a normal dude, right? Go hike the mountain. I don't do all this stuff. I ain't trying to be famous like that, you know? But now I'm realizing why, subconsciously, without even knowing it, why I watch a dude go out there in the woods and camp for 3 days and live off the land, or change the oil, or, you know, things like that. Do an opening of a Home Depot pallet, you know? It's because he ain't taking me with him. Y'all ain't taking me. I see through it. We see through it, y'all. Leave a like for that, y'all.
Say this, though, like, just the stuff that they focus on. You know what I mean? There's a guy from Nestle that doesn't think water is a human right. I mean, that guy should be hunted down and shot. Yeah. Right? And they're going to sit and just talk about, talking about all the, I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, we got to get America back to work. It's like, dude, this guy wants to own the rain. Can we do something about this guy? He wasn't Nestle. You're supposed to be happy, like making cocoa for people. And this guy's like going, well, people are running out of water. What if we owned all the water and we kept it under our place? And in the future, when everybody's, that's how I picture the guy talking. I want to own the water. I want to have it underneath my house. And just, I'll come to the door in a robe, slightly ajar. Right? It's a complete animal.
The picture called Checkmate. You don't want to miss this.
There's a picture in the museum in the Louvre. I don't know how many of you have ever been there. The picture is called Checkmate. The devil's sitting on this side. There's a chessboard, and there's a guy sitting on the other side. And the guy sitting on the other side has his hand on his head like this. And he's like in desperation. And as they were taking a tour through the Louvre, there had been a group of athletes, and particularly world champions, that were being given a special tour. And in the tour was the world chess champion. And he comes walking by the picture, and the guy's explaining to him, this is a picture of an artist rendering of somebody who lost a battle with the devil. And so the group moved on to the next picture to see something else. But the world chess champion, he stayed there, and he just kept looking at the picture. And soon they noticed that he was not with the group. And so the tour guide came back and said, we've moved on. Are you coming? He said, well, I've been looking at this picture. And the guy said, yeah. He said, it's called Checkmate. The devil's laughing. The man's lost. And he said, yeah. He said, I've been noticing that. He said, but while I've been standing here, I've kept looking at the picture. I got a problem. And he said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, you know, I'm a world champion chess player. And I spend my life playing chess. And normal people don't always see what a world champion chess player sees. He says, but when y'all walked off, I looked at the devil laughing, and I looked at the man in desperation. But he said, I noticed something on the chessboard. He said, either they're going to have to change the painting, or they're going to have to change the name.
And it turns out that the basic thing that these evil beings want is to create Satanism. And this is one of the most fascinating things I only learned in 2021 from new briefings, that anywhere these beings go, any planet they go in our galaxy, they're going to create pentagrams, they're going to create ritual magic, they're going to have people wear robes, they're going to have people wearing face masks, burning candles, chanting to this very real artificial intelligence that we think of as Satan. It actually does exist. There is a satanic AI that has become essentially like a soul. It's got its own unique abilities, and it can appear as a human being, which apparently it does in a base in Antarctica called Lucifer's Palace. If you go in there, it's very amazing. There's no other building like it on Earth. You really feel that this would be the entity that controls the planet, and this being will consolidate into a human form and appear that way in front of you. So what I'm saying is that your typical Aleister Crowley type of Satanism, where there is, you know, all these things I mentioned, the robes, the candles, the chanting, the masks, pentagram, and of course the sacrifice.
Another thing, I tell people this story all the time. There's a story on Donald Trump. Donald Trump built the Taj Mahal casino, right? So when he built the casino, he got a $3 billion loan from a bank. When he got the loan from the bank, they gave him the $3 billion to go build a casino, right? So it was an unsecured loan. They trust because he's Donald Trump. So he built the casino out, but he was like $600 million short of finishing the project. The bank got mad. They said they were going to take the casino away from him, and they're going to sue him for $3 billion to get their money back. They sued Trump, and they won the $3 billion lawsuit. You know what Trump did? Trump told him he was going to file bankruptcy because he didn't have the money. He was broke. And when they looked into his financials, he was really broke. He had no money.
Because he was in trust.
Everything he owned was inside of the trust, including the casino that he was building.
You ever seen this guy before? His name's Anton LaVey. Anton LaVey is actually the founder of the Church of Satan. Now, Anton actually had a daughter, her name being Xena Shrek. Now, apparently I can't post a picture of Xena on TikTok because it's supposedly low quality. But I just want you to go look at a picture of Xena real quick, okay? And then I want you to look at a picture of Taylor Swift for me. And after you do that, I want you to stay with me here. Now, Xena, right? She was raised within the Church of Satan, right? She was actually the organization's first spokesman defending the church during the 1980s, with this part right here being the most important. She resigned her position in 1990. She severed ties with her father, right? And her religious path eventually led to teaching Tibetan Tantric Buddhism. Now, I just want you to think about this for a second, right? Taylor Swift went from country to pop music. And when her career really started to take off in 2014, she made an album called 1989. Because obviously she was born in 1989, specifically December 13th. And yet Xena left in 1990. I actually found a document on the CIA's website. And I don't want to show that document on a video because I don't want to be issued a violation. So in turn, I'm going to be putting it in the comment section. And then right below that, I'll be posting another document that I highly recommend that you read through after the first document. The second document is from 1981. And it might be able to connect some puzzle pieces for people. But Taylor Swift's father is a person named Scott Swift. Now, Scott actually established the Swift Group, right? It's a financial advisory group that's part of Merrill Lynch. Now, I've known about Merrill Lynch for quite a while, because I know about a lot of individuals that, let's just say, had a really good year in 2008. But did you know in 2006, right, BlackRock acquires Merrill Lynch Investment Management, expanding its retail and international presence. And did you know that Swift actually signed to Big Machine Records in 2005, right, starting as a country singer with the albums Taylor Swift in 2006. And then in 2008, I'm sure we're all aware of what happened in 2008. Amidst the financial crisis, the head of the Federal Reserve Bank in New York asked BlackRock to analyze Bear Stearns' mortgage-backed securities assets and determine their value. And of course, BlackRock at the time played a key advisory role to institutions across the globe seeking to navigate the financial crisis. Now, the BlackRock part might or might not matter. But in 1980, Scott Swift actually joined Merrill Lynch Wealth Management, obviously as a financial advisor. But this part right here being the most important part, right? After using money from his lawn mowing business to buy his first stock. I'm not going to say out loud on the video what his first stock was, but I highly recommend that you read those documents that I posted below in the comments. Or just do that research for yourself because I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist. I'm just trying to connect some dots here, and I wasn't really aware of what I would discover, but I highly recommend that everybody look into a woman named Michelle Lamy.
The entrance to the secret cave that goes into Disneyland. Now, if this works and it actually does go into Disneyland, I have an annual pass, so I'm not trying to steal admission. Here goes. It's kind of short. think I made it. I think I made it. 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 I am in Disneyland. It works. The cave is real.
Sure.
Stem cell technology that Peter and I are investing in is called SCNT, which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus. They just go in and take it out. It's painful, right? Huh? And this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. Negroes have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that. So, girls, for $100, we will pay you for your egg.
That's it.
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500. You know, whatever I bid, he's gonna outbid me. I'm glad about $60,000 of the eggs. Yeah. If you have a portion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, you know, and placenta, you know, give me a period blood. It's so rich with stem cells. We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody, you know, and it's life for mankind. The best eggs are 16 to 18 years old. Those are the best eggs. As you get older, your eggs get weaker. Yeah, that's thinking. So you may not be our
No, that's fine. I think I would like this anyway.
I'm not
The hell
confirming or
is that?
denying this, but I'm going to explain.
Okay, so I might be way in left field with this, but I seen a post say that Anunnaki is here. The electric keeps going out at my job, and now look at these cars. Look at their lights. Do you see them flickering? And they're like, the other ones are doing it too. Oh my God.
Why I find that completely peculiar? As of late, the lights in my house have been flickering. And I wish this was at night. And I was like, maybe that's a short going on. It's not a short. That house has been having its lights flicker, because at night you see them, and I mean a constant flicker. That house at night has had its lights flicker inside.
You walk in the Walmart, and they have these pre-filled bags of food for you to purchase and donate to the food drive. Walmart is worth over $700 billion. And they can't just donate the food. Instead, they have to pre-fill these bags for you to purchase, put in their donation box, which they're going to donate in their name, when they could just donate the food themselves already. Here's a thought, Walmart. Instead of putting pre-filled bags for your customers to purchase and donate for you, how about you just donate the food?
Or better yet, I've said this before, this is how you stop world poverty, world hunger. Everywhere where you go and buy something, whether it's gas, groceries, new cell phone, new water bottle, new clothes, right? Say it cost $15.75. Walmart or wherever you went to buy, not small businesses, these are big corporations, right? Round up to the nearest dollar. Round up that quarter. Everyone that went to that store, imagine how much money they'd make off that. If Walmart, they're taking our money already. They just rounded up 25 cents from their dollar. We spent $17.75. Walmart puts in 25 cents to go to something. That's it. That's how you do it, y'all.
Everybody got an iPhone. They got Siri.
It never happened.
Let me tell you something. Siri knows everything that you be talking about. So I left my wallet at home, right? So I texted my wife and said, take the wallet with you to work. And when I get off, I come by and get it, right? My wife had sent me a text. So right after she texted me, she called me. She said, baby, did you know that while I was sending your text, Siri told me, don't forget your husband's wallet. Man, she said they kind of scared her, like, what kind of message did how Siri know my conversation? Man, y'all better be careful with this Siri stuff. That thing too nosy.
So what do you feel about, like, so you feel like every artist who's in that money space, the Puff Daddies, the Jay-Z's, the 50 Cents, the Kanye's, the Eminems, the Dr. Dre's, all these people, the Ice Cubes, are they a part of what's force feeding us with all this?
Yeah, but they want to know, and I want to look in the camera and tell them to their face, man, y'all ass is a peon. When they get a hold of your ass and they decide to do away with you like they did Michael Jackson, I'm warning you, I'm telling you, they killed Michael Jackson.
I believe that.
When they ready to get rid of your ass, you are done. And your ass cannot come back to the hood.
Some of these rumors been around about people for a long time. You've been hearing little things about them. And have I heard little shit about Jay-Z? Yup. Do I think that he's trying to emulate himself and present himself as a gay painter, like to look like Basquiat? Yup, I do. I think 50 Cent was right about that. I think that's a code to, especially to white people, that he's approachable, he's cultured, but Basquiat was also bisexual. So is that a code that you're trying to tell these white people too by trying to emulate this guy? I don't know, but it doesn't look good. Why do people have such an affinity for Basquiat anyway? I think it's trash. Let me just put it out there.
Because the algorithm. It's trash, right? His paintings are trash. They cost $1 million because the system makes it that much. But we're going to be getting into a lot of those clips, y'all. A lot of these old school artists, little 15-minute clips on my second channel, link down below. Halfway to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get up to 1,000 quick, y'all. Hit that subscribe.
Thing that raised some eyebrows with people is when I dropped the information about Quincy Jones. I let the chips fall wherever they fall. That's right. This dude was one of the ones responsible. He had a magazine financed by Warner Brothers and the rest of them. He set up sex rings in Hollywood. And the people that he brought in, don't tell me if I'm lying. Quincy Jones brought in Fresh Prince. And his first movie was what? 6 Degrees of Separation. Brought in Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah set it off, licking and kissing on women. Are you following me? Yes. Tevin Campbell. His little sweet ass up and down Hollywood Boulevard. Thank you. And last but not least, when Tupac came to Hollywood, it was the homosexual ritual. This is where the homosexuals came out against it, but I didn't mind. I wasn't talking about homosexuals. I'm saying there's a homosexual ritual that they go through in the Illuminati secret societies. And it is. So when I mentioned that about it marrying itself on to hip-hop, they said, well, can you prove it? Yeah. Go back and go online and read where Tupac said he was asked by Quincy Jones to fuck him in the ass. When Tupac said no, that's when Tupac was marked for death. Why? Because Tupac was engaged to Quincy Jones's daughter. Quincy Jones's daughter's best friend was Aaliyah. Aaliyah was engaged to Dame Dash. Now, if y'all follow these people back, all of them either died or was brought to ruin.
Dude, what's up with all these petrified giant elephants? Hold up. Look right here, dude. You see this little tusk right here? Hold on. Upon further inspection, yes, it may be a tiny little tusk, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it even looks like the skin, dude. Still not convinced. How about this right here, then, Nancy? Those look like toenails of an elephant to me. This is absolutely incredible, man. And you got this other one right here, man. Elephant rock in the Philippines. Now, I can understand people's argument. Well, it's just a rock. Because, yes, while it does favor an elephant, I'm not saying that it would. But this one right here, dude, look at the tusk, man, and the toenail. That's almost can't be a coincidence. But this is supposed to be a natural rock formation. Natural rock formation, right? Now, look at the little toenails, man. Look at the little wrinkles on his little foot. You know what I'm saying? Just like a real elephant. It's always the questions, never the answers. Y'all have a good day.
Will Smith and Jada, they've been open about they have an open relationship. But
Will like guys.
Huh?
Will like guys.
How you know?
I live in LA. Does that make sense to you?
No.
I live in Los Angeles. There's a lot of opportunities I don't get because the guys don't want me to see them with their boyfriends. But I'm saying I live in LA.
Yeah.
And there's a lifestyle that is kept quiet.
A secret society.
Yeah. And it's like people like me suffer from this lifestyle because of the shame that some guys have of how they like to move.
It's fused with spirits, literal spirits. They put actual, listen, when they making your alcohol at the distilleries and shit, they cast actual spells over the alcohol while they brewing it in that big ass thing. And then they sit there and they conjure up fallen gods, nigga. And they put this shit, the energy of those fallen gods into this liquor, nigga. And then they sell it to your ass, nigga. And then you drink it and you get drunk with the spirit of these fallen gods, nigga. What do you think getting drunk is? When you get drunk, your avatar is being taken over by spirits. That's why on every bottle of alcohol, nigga, it says made with spirits, nigga. They mean literal spirits, nigga.
I don't know.
Now they do. I've always heard that spirits, something in your top of your head opens up and allows these spirits to come in. Now, I don't think the average Joe Schmo that's making, I was going to work at a beer company at Hensley Budweiser, but I couldn't pass the math part because I got a third grader's math, right? I wasn't good in school, but look at me now. But I don't think they're sitting around, but I think the origins where it started from, they were really doing those things, and that just carries on down, right? Now they're not, but it's already in the DNA of the liquor, of the alcohol, of the spirits, right? Quit drinking, y'all. Going on 4 years. A lot of sober people out here on the CaveFam, y'all. Anybody that's not, ain't down talking it. I don't got nothing wrong with drinking. It just wasn't for me. But, shouts out to all them soldiers out there.
In Alexandria, Egypt, thought this was the moon in the sky until it started getting larger and changing color. This is near the pyramids of Giza, and it was spotted on Sunday around 6 a.m., and it lasted for a total of 5 minutes. This pink orb grew to be so large that people even in Libya could see it and were taking pictures. Here, look. This is another view of the glowing pink orb in the sky. Number one, what the fuck is this? Number two, why is it near the pyramids of Giza? I have a whole theory on that, but let's keep talking about this orb. And it's not just photos that we have of this glowing pink orb exploding in the sky. The fuck? The orb eventually turned into a cloud of smoke or vapor, whatever you want to fucking call this, and the witnesses said that it looked like an explosion with no sound, and that it had a solid white light in the middle of it. And after the 5 minutes of it just chilling in the sky, it was gone. Now this very well could just be one of HAARP's projects in the ionosphere, or one of SpaceX's launch leaving residual energy. But if you'll remember correctly, plasma bubbles were spotted over the Pyramid of Giza not too long ago as well. Are they coming back to where they started?
Okay, I want to share this video. Look, this guy grabs a McDonald's burger, tries to give it to this bear. The bear will not eat it. Keep in mind, bears eat dead animals, scat, berries, anything. But their nose is so good that they know that this is straight up toxins. Like, what is it? It's not real food. It's all preservatives, chemicals. It's crap. If it won't degrade, it's not food. This guy is doing everything he can, which is kind of crazy that he gets this close to the bear. Obviously, this is probably Russia. But look, it even just gives him the meat patty. The bear's like, nope, not doing it. Won't even eat the meat patty. Spits it out. So that shows you, like, we're eating this when a bear won't even eat it. Very eye-opening. Obviously, I don't eat McDonald's. I recommend you don't eat McDonald's. It's very hard to get that crap out.
What is going on in Arizona? My cousin is an air traffic controller in Arizona, specifically at the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. What he's explaining that he saw overnight, especially on radar, is fucking wild. Now, I did actually convince him to make a TikTok and talk about this, so hopefully he's doing that today, and I'll just end up tagging him, because he has some really clear-ass videos that he took from the tower. But what he was explaining that he saw on radar was bigger than any airplane he's ever seen. But the weirdest part of this conversation is the fact that he said that whatever he saw on radar didn't move at all, until literally maybe an hour later. Now, do keep in mind, no flights were canceled, nobody seemed to be in panic, but everybody in that tower and everybody in the airport apparently saw what was going on. He said a shit ton of people in the airport were recording, so I guarantee somewhere on TikTok you can find one of these videos. But he said that after seeing one appear on radar, he saw dozens more appear on radar right after. And that this had continuously been going on for at least 2 hours. 2 hours and these things just don't move position? That's a little weird. But then he caught something on video that I really want him to post on TikTok, because I guarantee that shit will go viral in a millisecond. Apparently, in the midst of all of these things appearing in the sky, a gigantic triangular object came down right in the midst of them. But you can see smaller but still bigger than the lights that had appeared earlier surrounding around whatever this was. Now, his sighting is just one of at least 6 that I've seen posted on TikTok over the past couple of days. And me myself, just a month ago in Washington, D.C., I had my own personal experience along with hundreds of other people that were around that area as well. And to me, it kind of seems like ironic timing. I mean, I'm sure we all remember all the shit that they were talking about at the recent UFO hearing. So I don't necessarily know what to believe, to be honest. But for my cousin to be an air traffic controller and explain this in the manner of which he did is pretty baffling. I mean, that's some pretty high-tech equipment, you feel me? But regardless, I am going to be diving into TikTok today to see if I can find any videos of it. Because there has to be at least 4 of them.
Our banks were given to us by the Knights Templars, the Masonic Lodge of Knights Templars in Europe. Our educational institutions, universities and colleges were given to us by the Masonic Order coming out of Rome. This is why the square martyr board is a Catholic symbol. So many people willingly bend themselves to what their masters want from them. What your masters want is for you to be in compliance, for you to think what they have told you to think.
Do you guys remember when Brittany Murphy's dad said this in an interview?
Do you suspect somebody responsible for poisoning her? And who?
No, I don't. I don't suspect anyone. Actually, yeah, I do really, but I rather not speak about that. The question is, the fact is that she was poisoned, and she.
Now, we can all agree that the way Brittany Murphy passed away was very suspicious and weird. And the fact that her husband, Simon Monjack, passed away only 6 months later of the same thing, pneumonia. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but Brittany Murphy dated Ashton Kutcher for a little bit. And now these photos of them with Diddy and Kim Porter are going viral. And if you're not connecting the dots yet, honey, I need you to stick around a little longer for me, because Kim Porter passed away in 2018 of, guess what? Pneumonia. These two have been besties for quite some time now, so I just want to know, do they know what happened to their exes? Was it really pneumonia, or was it something else? Because now I'm also finding out that they had the same coroner for all 3, Simon Monjack, Brittany Murphy, and Kim Porter. His name is Edward Winter, and he passed away last year of, I'm not going to say pneumonia, it's actually natural causes. Now, Ed handled all the high-profile cases in Los Angeles. We're talking about Paul Walker, Whitney Houston, and Michael Jackson, which was another suspicious one. Now,
I bet I do know some deep, dark stuff, y'all.
a lot of people didn't like Brittany
Or
Murphy's
knew, I should
husband,
say.
Simon Monjack, for a number of reasons, but one of them being that he owed some people money, and a lot of it. At the end of the day, this could all be just a crazy coincidence, but what do you guys think?
Beyonce has a deal, and they know I know her. So, but they know.
How long have you known her?
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
However long she's been recording. That's when I met her.
Don't you remember how long it was?
Yeah, when I met her. I mean,
was it 5 years? Was it?
I met her 10 years ago.
I met her 10 years ago.
But
did you say to yourself at that time, wow?
That's a fantastic talent.
Was that what you said?
Yeah.
In 1997, Beyoncé met Jay-Z through a mutual friend. Beyoncé was 16 and Jay-Z was 27. The two started as friends, bonding over music and ambitions. In 2000, Jay-Z took Beyoncé on a dinner date in New York City, sparking romance. In 2002, the two worked together on 03 Bonnie. From 2000 to 2004, Jay-Z and Beyoncé kept their relationship private. with rare public appearances. In 2005, Jay-Z proposed to Beyoncé with an 18-carat diamond ring in Paris. On 4th of April, 2008, they got married in a private ceremony in New York City, surrounded by close friends and family.
There is a third arrest that is coming. There's 2 that's already down. There's a raid that's about to go on. And on top of that, it's somebody that has something to do with an affidavit that I have already released. I am telling you, we know that it's coming. I knew it was coming when I made sure there were sworn and legal affidavits already ready 6 to 8 months ago. I'm telling you right now that they're about to grab them and they're about to announce it. When they announce it, we got a problem. We got a big problem. Because there's ways that this is about to go. I think a lot of you guys are everybody's like, we're ready. We're ready until it's happening, and then everybody's like, well, I wasn't ready. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of that. There's no other way to get ready. There's no other way to prepare. There's no protocol for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers.
People of color.
You think it's going to crumble? I don't think so. It's going to be another day. You know what I mean? For Christ, they got videos of UFOs, 50 of them, coming out of the Atlantic Ocean, ready to go to war. And don't nobody lose sleep. Don't nobody bat an eye.
Color have to stand together because the people of color, Diddy, Jay-Z, wait for Snoop Dogg, fucking Snoop Dogg, gonna go down, okay? I said it at the Olympics. They gave him that. Now they're going to pull the rug out right from under him and fucking slap his face straight into the cement. Perhaps put cement boots on that boy and, you know, do what they do with that. Yes, Snoop Dogg. I'm fucking saying that.
Now, P. Diddy was my neighbor on Star Island. And although I only met him once, he did invite me to his New Year's Eve party, which I believe everybody was wearing white, but we didn't know. And we had on like sweatpants, me and my family and my kids. And we took a picture with the Ciroc liquor bottle that was outside, that there was professional photographers or some kind of vodka. And we didn't get in. They didn't let us in. The doormen were like looking at us. And I'm like, no, he invited me yesterday. I live right there. And my daughter saw him in the street and we talked and no, we couldn't come in. Well, the next day he called and he felt so bad that he rented out the Regal Cinema for me and my family to see any movie we want the entire day in any theater whenever we wanted, which was so unbelievably over the top and extraordinary, you know. I never spoke to him before or after that, and I'm just kind of in shock. It's very upsetting. And then they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I'm going to be thinking about that the rest of my life.
About why we shouldn't be putting weapons in space. What was most interesting to me was a repetitive sentence that he said to me over and over again during the approximately 4 years that I had the opportunity of working with him. The strategy that Wernher von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in '74, they were the enemy. Then terrorists would be identified, and that was soon to follow. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Cal, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens, and all of it, he said, is a lie.
Wow. There we go, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. We got an hour and 12 minutes of a banger. I got to do a little editing, edit out a little bit. We'll see if we have copyrights. I thought I was going to have a lot of copyrights yesterday, but guess what? We didn't have one copyright yesterday. I'll be damned. It's been a while since I had no copyrights in the YouTube videos. It's weird. YouTube will copyright things, and for a month, there'll be strict copyrights, and the next month, those same things that got a copyright before get no copyrights. I don't know, but that's just how YouTube works. But anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you made it this far, leave a like, comment, subscribe. My second channel, there will be an upload over there. We're doing uploads over there. We're getting consistent over there. Make sure you guys go over there. I appreciate everyone that's hit that subscribe over there. We're at 500 plus subscribers, so I'm trying to get to that 1,000, y'all. When we get it to 1,000, we're gonna be doing a giveaway. When we get to 10,000 here, we're gonna be doing a giveaway. Segovia is not feeling too good, y'all. I'm gonna do this second reaction, get it uploaded, get this one uploaded, scheduled to come out. I'm gonna go relax, y'all. Your boy's feeling it. Cold, change of weather. Yesterday it was like 20 degrees overnight. Cold, sore throat, cough, body aches. That's what I'm going through over here, y'all. So if you guys made it this far, put a sick emoji in the comments and help tell your boy to get well soon, because it's not fun being sick, y'all. But anyways, y'all, I'm out of here. This is Segovia signing out of the man cave. I'm gonna see you guys on tomorrow's reaction. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Link's right here. You see it right there. That's me. Hit that link. Later.